Hello everybody, in today's video I've got another unboxing. It is from Thailand, from Tripoom. Now last time I got a 3x7x7 and a 3x5x5, and I really like cuboids, and I really like shape-shifting cuboids. I'm sure you all know that, and this is ultimate. It's a 5x7x9, and I've been looking forward to this for a long time. Now Klaus and Gregoire came out with one on Shapeways. Unfortunately, I cannot afford that one. And this one is a hand mod. Now this is actually a collaborative effort between Tripoom and myself. I'll get more into that when I open the puzzle. So let's see, how does this open? Maybe cut it down the middle. So I think it opens here, but I'm gonna open it here anyways. I think Tripoom wanted to make sure this didn't get lost. All right, so here's some packing. Some more packing and the puzzle. Okay, so that is all. Alright, so here is the puzzle. So again, it's a 5x7x9 cuboid. I'm not sure how many have been printed on Shapeways, but however many there are, plus this and another one of these, that's how many exist in the whole world. So this is an ultimate shapeshifter, meaning it can shapeshift in all directions. Wow. Zoom up here. Okay. Ugh. All right. Wow, that is really crazy. So here we have 5 layers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And because it's all odd, it does shapeshift, as you can see. So we've got some shapeshifting going on, and this is going to be quite the solve, I can tell you that. So this is made out of a Shengshao 9x9. So one of these, it's made out of a Shengshao 9x9. As you can see, we've got some truncating going on here. We've also got some extensions going on. Look at how much that's been extended out. And then this side is actually the same as the puzzle. Now anyways, like I said, this is a collaborative effort between myself and Tripoom. I actually have had the design for this for quite a while. When I got the 9x9, I thought, okay, well, what if you glued these 3 together and these 3 together, and then you truncated it a little bit, so you cut it down, which is what we're seeing here. So it's actually cut down. And you can see that it's actually not cut down all too much. That's as far as it's been cut down. Okay, so if you take this whole side and you cut it down, the pieces are going to look like this, because that's what they're shaped like on the inside. Now, then I said, okay, so if you cut that down and then you leave another side the exact same puzzle length and don't extend it or cut it, and then on the other side you extend them out, it'll give you 3 different lengths to the puzzle. And I couldn't do it. I'm definitely not good enough to do something like that. So I asked Tripoom, and I gave him the design, and I said, listen, I would like for you to make this. And so after quite a while, this is the result. And you can actually see, let's see if we can see this. All right, so you can actually see all these different fades, right? It's like shiny and all this dark stuff. Now all this dark stuff is extension. This piece, that piece, and that piece are all glued together, and then it's filled and it's extended into a new shape. So it's extended that much. I'm sure actually if I go like this, you can really see the extension line go all the way across the top of my finger right there. So you can see how much it's extended. So in the end, talking with Tripoom, we've decided to say that I am the designer of this puzzle and he is the builder. So it's a collaborative effort, and I think it's about time that me and him did something like this, basically because I have so many of his puzzles already. Anyways, let's go on with some turning. Obviously these layers are really big because they're glued together, all 3 of them. But it's the same thing that you see on my 4x6x6 and my 4x6x8 and stuff. The bigger layers, because they just have to be. So this is really big. Actually, let's just do a checkerboard. And this thing moves so good as well. Wow. And it is pretty heavy. I can't wait to solve this thing. Wow, this layer here is just extremely smooth. Like I can't even tell you how smooth that is. All right, and there we have a checkerboard pattern. Wow, I really like these circles. And anybody I've shown this to, actually I showed this to Tony Fisher a little while ago, a few days ago, I think, the picture of it, and he really liked the way the circle is. I really like that as well. The shapes of these pieces are pretty odd, and the smaller they get, the more of the actual puzzle they're going to show. So if I zoom up here, you can actually see the edges of this puzzle, right? So it's actually showing some of the mechanism, especially if I go through here, you can see the mechanism underneath. If I can get some light on it, right? You can see it turning underneath. So that's pretty cool. All right, so I'm pretty sure because this is a Sheng Shao, it'll even corner cut a little bit, which it does, but oh, it got a little bit of a pop there. And Tripoom said because he cut it down so much that little pieces might pop out here and there, which is expected in all honesty. So I'm totally expecting that. Anyways, so let's go ahead and scramble this thing. And so we are going to scramble it like this first. And I might end up doing some fast forward scramblings here. But I got to say the ultimate shapeshifters, these, I forget what they're called, n by n plus p plus n plus p or something like that. But anyways, these are my favorite types. I mean, the bandaging that goes on, the shape shifting, it's incredible. This here would probably, in my opinion, I think I could solve pretty much any cuboid that you put in front of me at this point. I don't care what the numbers are. You give me enough time and I will solve it. It's the same thing over and over and over again to each puzzle, but you just have to figure out how to apply it differently to each puzzle. So that's the tricky part. But yeah, like I said, at this point, I don't think that there's a cuboid I can't solve. In fact, I would challenge somebody to give me a cuboid that I can't solve. I just love them. So I think that we're pretty good scrambled like this, pretty well scrambled like that. So let's go ahead and scramble it this way and this way. Now you're going to notice as I do this, the sides are going to start shape-shifting. Like in here we've got the center shape-shifting, but you're going to notice this entire middle layer will never shape-shift until, of course, I start the other shape-shifting moves. And that's because you're just turning it over on itself. So it's totally fine. Okay, so I think that is pretty scrambled up the way it is, like this. Do one more turn here. And now we're going to start scrambling it in the final shape-shifted form. So we can turn this, and then maybe turn it like this. And now we can start shape-shifting this way. Just got to make sure that it's properly aligned first. And there we go. One goes this way, one goes that way. So now I'm going to have to start being a little bit gentle with the puzzle, making sure everything's aligned so it doesn't pop out of place. It's definitely difficult to see if everything's aligned. There we go. Wow. My arms, it's more of my shoulders, I'm telling you, this thing is so heavy, full of epoxy sculpt, and my arms and my shoulders are actually getting quite sore holding this thing. So now this thing is turned into a 5x5. Wow, so look at that. That is a big mess of a puzzle. So let's take a look at it. So we've got one layer here. So this is one entire layer. You've got to, this is all bandaged together now. You've got to try to figure out how to unbandage all of this and then solve it all. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's turned itself into a 5x5, which is great. because I'm going to solve it like that, and then I'm going to solve it like a cuboid. Let's make sure that this is all aligned again. And now I can turn here again. Not aligned. Not aligned. Wow, that's crazy. Here we go. Okay guys, so that is it. I want this video to be out for Saturday morning or Friday night if I can get it up tonight. So I'm not going to solve it and come back. I'll probably make an update video on this. Anyways guys, that is the 5x7x9. If you're interested in getting this or any other Tripoon puzzles, you can ask him about his prices on his Facebook page, which is in the description. Thanks for watching guys, and I will see you on my next video.